Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Anthony Gex Miserandino, and alongside me, I have Alan Tilt Donofrio, and we are just about to get to the final here.
I don't have any words. This has been just the most incredible tournament I think I've ever witnessed. Not to mention that this is one of the biggest that Crossfire's ever had, and I don't think anyone's been disappointed yet.
Man, it has been one heck of a day, one heck of a tournament. It's been awesome to watch, see these crazy teams. Let's go ahead and check out the bracket and what's happened so far here. This is the playoff bracket here that we've seen this whole time. And of course, in this final, we have Ace and Instinct. You know, how'd these guys get here? What kind of matches did they have leading up?
You know, the interesting thing was, if we compare to yesterday, we didn't see much of a dominating performance at all from Instinct. That has been the opposite of the case today. They completely rolled past Biogaming in their opening match at the end of yesterday, and then today, their only match they've played so far, they really shocked Ace Gaming without taking really much heat at all, and that got them instantly through the winners bracket and then all the way into the Grand Finals matchup where they will hold a very significant advantage now.
Yes, and then Ace Gaming, of course, coming out, playing against GameVox earlier, doing well there, going 2-0, and then struggling a little bit against Bio then eventually. You know, losing that one map, but then coming back strong and just totally dominating the other two. And now we have our final set here, Instinct versus Ace Gaming.
Yeah,
this is the matchup everybody's been waiting for.
Yeah, well, we said that earlier today when we saw them play the first time, and I don't think that was a disappointment in any facet really in that manner at all. So I mean, looking through these lineups, I mean, like we said before, all 10 of these players have the availability to be absolutely lights out, and we've seen a number of these players convert on that. Starting with Instinct earlier today, we were saying how we didn't see much from Maveloff, but my goodness, he absolutely stepped up. Him and Ralph having great performances against Ace Gaming earlier.
Yeah, I loved the way everybody on Instinct's been playing today. I mean, we've just seen them playing lights out, just dominating, having that really good performance against Ace Gaming, and I think they're going to be a really hard matchup for Ace going into this next round. Of course, Ace, they are very strong, and they've started to work their way back here.
Yeah.
Over time, you know, struggling a little bit throughout the day, but I think they will be good here coming into this finals match. So, of course, we've been talking about it all week. A lot riding on this final match right here. A lot of money and a lot of prestige coming down for these guys right here. So, you know, everything's on the line now. It's final best of 5 between these guys, and we got to see, you know, who we picking here for this final matchup. You know what? I'm gonna take Instinct. Feeling Instinct for this one. What are you feeling for this final?
I mean, before I say predictions, I would love to see some more of the action of my favorite team.
You're right.
Ace Gaming.
Hey,
that's
let's
my
go
team.
ahead and take a look at that. Yeah. And here we go. We're gonna go take a look at these guys. You know, Ace has been, as we said, they were struggling a bit there initially, but later on in the day, after that first map that they lost to Bio, they really just started, I mean, they just rolled straight through them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is just exactly what we expect from Ace. Incredible, lights-out individual play. This is why these guys, I think, are going to be able to come back through here in this final and make themselves really unquestionable. I mean, look, all of their shots, for the most part, sit and get those headshots. I mean, they're just absolutely incredible in odd-number situations. They're absolutely incredible as a team. I mean, this is a team that has, you know, even though they've had some questions going through, there is a definitive reason why they're in these finals.
Of course, of course. I mean, we are talking about the two best teams here, and of course, Instinct themselves, they've had some pretty wicked plays from throughout the day here as well.
Absolutely.
As we said, playing lights out constantly, as you can see here. Just lots of good plays across the board, and I've really liked 15 with his quick sniping and just quick gameplay overall. And he's really been a treat to watch along with all of Instinct. So, you know, I think seeing the clash of these two Titans here in the finals is going to be, you know, it's the thing that everybody's expected and what everybody's been waiting for this whole day.
Yeah, I mean, you see Jaime, and he's been absolutely solid throughout this entire tournament, able to pick up a lot of odd number situations, in this case in particular, able to pick up, it looked like, what was it, Bomb Plant, and then a very quick pick on that 3-man rush right there. And they've been solid not just on the maps that we've seen them so far, but even ones that they aren't extremely what we would call comfortable with. On Port, they were absolutely dominating against Ace earlier today. Shots throughout walls, taking odd man situations when they're pushing bomb sites. I mean, this has been a very versatile team since when we've seen them. Their defense has absolutely been monumental, and that was something that had a lot of questions after they got through the group stages yesterday. They were able to step up, and I think we were talking about earlier when they had that downtime last night after they won that first playoff match to sit and really reflect on how they were playing, and I have to say their defense has absolutely stepped up since yesterday.
Stepped up tremendously, and they've had just a great day, even taking Ace on their own map, which is Port, with something they've normally been very comfortable with. So,
absolutely.
And, you know, just rolling straight through them. Now that we've taken a look at some of these highlights and things like that, now let's get into some predictions here. I'm going to go with the boys' instinct here. They've been playing lights out all day, just dominating. They're going to be going with it. What are you saying?
I mean, Kyle's here with us too, and I know he has input when it comes to all these matchups. Kyle, what have you seen that we may have not gotten glimpses of?
I've seen a very dominant Instinct that I don't think Ace is going to be prepared for, so I'm actually going to have to go with Instinct on this one. Ace was a little bit shaky against Bio, and I think that may show here against Instinct. A best of 5 isn't a situation where you can afford to be shaky, so I think in good chance of coming out on top in this one.
I think you guys are absolutely no. I don't. There's no way. I mean, if you guys are watching, I know you are. You were right there in the game with me. Ace Gaming, they had the huge lights out first day. They come out and they don't really have this. Oh, come on. They play so well in the last 2 matches there. They struggled earlier, yes, but they've been playing all day long, and they're catching their second wind at the exact right moment. I have to go with my boys with Ace Gaming right
Going
there.
Up against
Aaron's back.
Though?
I mean, did you see Aaron's first performance today against Bio? He was stellar. It was his first game. Do you think he hasn't gotten warm since then? I mean, come on. These guys have their second wind. They got it. They got it. I got you guys.
I don't know about that. I think Instinct's going to be on top of this one, but I mean, obviously we can't agree on something. So what do you guys think? We're curious to see what you have to say. Go ahead and keep on using that CFS 2014 hashtag on Twitter. Let us know what you guys are thinking for this final matchup between the Clash of the Titans here. Of course, these guys just the 2 beasts of the game here. So, you know, we're curious to see what you guys have to say. Obviously,
it's going to be Ace.
Obviously he doesn't exactly have the right idea, but Kyle and me got it, so that's it. So we're just going to wait in, get all these guys into the lobby here, and we should be able to start here very shortly, just waiting on some of them. So we're going to go ahead, take a quick break before this final comes around, and we'll see you guys for the Crossfire Stars North American qualifying final between Instinct and Ace Gaming. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you then. Welcome back, everybody. We are just about to get into this grand final right here. Of course, I am Anthony Gex Miserandino alongside of Alan Tilt Donofrio.
Yep.
You ready for this one, man?
I am so ready for it. Yeah. And we did just get confirmation on the format. Did you want to run through that real quick for us, Anthony?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead, go over this. Basically, for this final matchup here, it's going to be a best of 5, which up until this point, we've seen best of 3 maps. So we're going to see a best of 5 map setup. And now, since this is a double elimination tournament, that means Instinct has been undefeated going into this final.
Yeah.
So, if Ace were to come out on top in this first best of 5, we will play a second best of 5. So a lot of crossfire to come here ahead potentially if that were to happen. So right now all these guys are going through their picks. As you can see the brackets up here on the screen just to see who came through. And of course, as we said before here, Instinct going undefeated into this final. Now they beat Ace Gaming earlier, an easy 2-0 for them. But now this is the real test here. Best of 5. It's going to be long and grueling for these guys going at it over 5 maps, and there are no map bans. Eventually, every map will be played in this best of 5.
If it goes to all 5 games.
Yeah, if it goes 5.
Yeah,
so.
Which it will, because, you know, Ace Gaming's going to take both best of 5 series. Running through, though, we do have the map lineup for you guys. The first map that we will see, it was picked by the favored and seeded higher team, Instinct. That's going to be sub-base to start, and the counter pick there was Ankara, and then we'll get Black Widow, Port, and if we get to 5 games, we'll get the intense close quarters action of Mexico.
Mexico, gotta love that map. Love it. It's always an intense time there. So, obviously, you think Ace is going to win this.
Yes, I mean, it has to be.
As far as as far as maps, how do you think, if you think Ace is going to win, what's the score of this first best of 5 going to be?
The score of the first best of 5,
What are
I
you
mean,
thinking?
that's a tough call to
It
make.
is.
Subbase, I mean, we've seen Ace Gaming do rather well before on Subbase earlier in this matchup. So I think that they'll have a little bit of familiarity there. I don't think as much as Instinct, though. It's interesting to see Instinct pick that Subbase as the first map. I mean, they have been very aggressive on their offense, which is obviously favorable towards that map there.
Right.
But they, you know, I think the best team we've seen in this map so far had to have been GameVox from earlier. We have yet to see either defense really stand tall on Subbase. I think there's going to be a lot to be proven here in just this first map.
Of course, and that's really going to set the tempo going in through the rest of it. How these teams come out firing on this first map here, which you said is going to be Subbase. So we'll see. Once we get everybody ready to go, we're just clarifying. The GMs are all clarifying some last-minute things, making sure everybody understands, because, of course, this is a very important final matchup here. Got to make sure everybody understands the rules, understand everything that's going on, make sure we understand what's going on.
I mean, that's never a bad thing.
Yeah, so we're not lost throughout this whole thing. So, all right, here we go. Everybody's hopping in to Subbase here. It looks like we're going to get this knife round underway here in this grand final for the Crossfire Stars North American qualifiers. The winners of this final matchup here going to represent the North American version of this game in South Korea for the global final. So looking at this knife round here, always love it as usual. Rek, though, coming through. Rek is wrecking them right now. Can he get the last one?
Oh my God. We could make
a
a highlight reel just of Rek and his knifing skills.
Seriously, like
He probably has almost as many knife kills as he does total kills in the entire tournament.
Somebody needs to make a frag movie of like the whole knife rounds from throughout this whole tournament, because we've seen literally the craziest like string of knife sprees, everything. So why not? Let's go take a look at the replay of this awesome knife round here. Rek, I actually think Rek got the ace.
He got 4.
He got the first kill. He got the very first one, and then he got that spree of 4 there right at the end.
Maybe he did.
He got the ace.
5?
He got the knife round ace. That is.
That's the second time we've seen him do that. Like
that is incredible.
It makes me wish, not wish, but it makes me want to go home and just question my life.
Yeah, seriously. Like, how does this happen? Like, how can one man be this good at knifing other people?
Knifing in any first-person shooter game just feels so arbitrary.
Yeah.
But he's a professional.
Literally the best knifer in the world. I'm calling it right now. Best rifle nah. So here we go. We're heading straight into the finals here. It looks like Ace is going to start off over on the offensive side here, and Instinct starting on the defensive CT global risk side, whatever you may prefer. So here we go, hopping into the finals here, the Crossfire Stars North American qualifiers. The finals, Instinct, Ace Gaming. Here we go. Already, Mavlov and Jaime have picked up 2 very quick frags, and Ace going down a couple players. Malice aggressing Mav there up the wood, and he will pick up the frag there onto him. So Rek getting blind. He's actually going to grab another one through the smoke there. Malice, that was, excuse me. And now they're going to go ahead, look like they can move into this A site right here, and Malice was trying to get aggressive in the upper A control room there, but he is going to go down, and Pablo is going to pick up a frag as well, so it's all left up to Rek right now, excuse me. He does have that bomb down in the A site. He's got to go up against Jaime, Pablo, and Ralph. Let's see if he can hold this one off. They're all coming down the left side there. He's going to take down one. He sees Ralph. He's going to take him down as well, but Jaime will get him just before he can get that third one, and Instinct there coming out with that first round win.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of a cylinder going on there as the defense pushed out through the B side of the map, and the offense actually opting to push straight through the A side of the map. So where there was no one is exactly how the map rotated through. So a take of A very smoothly, although there was a little bit of confrontation over in the control room at B, but that double-sided aggression kind of canceled each other out, leaving it with a very solid retake of the bomb site, I would say, on behalf of Instinct, who's been running a pretty straightforward defense, mostly with 2 players sitting in B, 1 sitting over by the green room, and then 2 more sitting over towards bomb site A into, looks like they're trying to get into the vent at the moment.
So we'll see how they can play this one out. They do have 15, who's AWPing over by that B side, looking into locker room in case they start to come B. He has the scope pointed there, waiting in case somebody decides to push through. So far, Ace playing pretty slow, though. At this point in the stage, at this point in the game, nobody really wants to be making the mistakes, even though it's very early and we have a best of 5. Mistakes can be crucial here, and it looks like these guys are about to start coming through here. 15 still has his scope locked on this locker room area, and they're just about to come through, but Rec was waiting for him. It was like he knew exactly where he was right there, so he's going to get that counter snipe onto 15. Rec getting a second one over there, and Malice is going to pick up one as well as Ralph got a couple right before he went down. So it's now a 1 versus 3 as Ace has just stormed into this B bomb site right here. Mavlov trying to work his way in, and he's going to eat a nade. Very well placed from Malice right there, and that's going to tie it up 1-1.
Yeah, super awesome take there for Ace. They look so functional right now on offense. They're just moving around the map almost freely. Good pickups from Rec with that scope early on, and great support from the M&M brothers here on the Ace Gaming side, as it looks like it's going to be a switch over to B side now, or sorry, excuse me, switch over to A side now, with a possibility of working down into the missile side of the base.
Yeah, and really on that last round there, just a comment, I think Rec getting that opening pick on a 15 just completely opened up that bomb site for them to push in, and it was excellent play on his part. Very good pre-aiming, and that led them to that round there. So let's take a look here into this one and see how these guys are playing it out. Once again, we've seen Ace playing these very just slow to start rounds here, but I mean, you know, they really want to control the tempo here. Maybe we'll see them switch things up, go fast some rounds, take it slow, you know, making sure that they're mixing things up constantly, because you don't want to be predictable at this point in the game. So right now we see a couple more heading over towards this B side, but for the most part, everybody's just pretty spread out. Multi is inside of the vents at the moment, seeing if he can make a play, but I think he's just going to come back out into mid to meet up with the rest of the team. And Malice and Blitz seem to be working their way up off of wood here towards A control. They're about to meet up with Mavlov. Mavlov sees them right there. Malice is going to take him down, but Pablo is waiting, popping out and taking down both of them with the M4, and it's going to be a 3-on-4 here. Nstinct has that advantage, but Multi coming through to say hello to Pablo there over by Greats, and he'll take him down, and 15's going to pick up one. A headshot, and Ralph getting a headshot of his own on a Multi. So now it's Rec in a 1 versus 3 right now, trying to take on Ralph, 15, and Jaime. And he took a nade as well, and Ralph will finish him off right there. The round straight back over to Nstinct 2-1.
Yeah, on the flip side here, we just commented on how great Ace looked on offense, but that was a great defensive hold there on defense for Nstinct, looking very strong again. One of their most improved fashions of their game, and here comes the aggression.
Oh, man.
And Mavlov and Ralph just taking no prisoners as they bust right through the area over towards A. The bomb has been dropped back in the hut. They see it. It's going to be a full contain here over the middle, and it's just Multi up against 4 more. He's already killed 1. Needs the 5-person clutch.
Oh, man, that was just very good heads-up play there from Nstinct, trying to do something here as Multi, but just couldn't get it. Pablo's going to finish it off. And what aggressive play there. I mean, Ace just not expecting that at all, and just rolling straight through them in that B control.
That's one of those things that we saw Nstinct do so well yesterday on offense, is being aggressive, and now we're seeing it again on defense. My goodness, all 5 players for Ace dropping even before we get into 10 seconds into the match.
Oh, that is incredible. These aggressive plays, I mean, 2 in a row. Who would have expected the first one? But then again, they just come straight through and do it again and mow them down even worse than they did the first time. And here they go, aggressive on the wood area. Mav's going to start it off. Ralph picking up 2 with his M4 and just mowing straight through them right here, as Multi's going to get 1, Rec getting 1 as well. So it's going to be an even 2-2 here. Jaime over on the other end of wood towards the A site will finish off Rec with his M4. So it's all up to Multi here with this AK. Sees 15 landing a nice headshot onto him. So now it's just a 1 versus 1, Multi and Jaime going at it. Let's see if Nstinct's aggressive play will continue to work for them, at least with the round win right here. Things all evened out, and Multi does have the bomb, and he's doing the smart play here and just taking it over to B site. He's going to go ahead, put that down, and wait for Jaime to get over and try to take him down.
Yeah, you know, the smart play there for Nstinct on the defensive prowess to know that 2 straight rounds they were able to find success over towards bomb site A, or sorry, I keep getting the bomb sites confused, bomb site B through that that control room, and then doing the exact opposite thing that time through his Multi, able to finish off on that little corner shot as he tried to enter back into the green ramp room. But yeah, no, very smart defensively to know that, yeah, we pushed very well the last 2 rounds. They're not going to expect us to go there a 3rd round. Let's push the other side, and now this time through, again, finding all that pressure over towards bomb site B, able to take control of the control room. But on the flip side of the map, we do see Ace Gaming get in for free into bomb site A, and the bomb looks like it's about to go down very quickly, again, within 15 seconds of the match.
Nobody really over on this A site to defend anything, just giving it to them for free, and it's still a 5-on-5 as this bomb has been planted, which you don't see too much, but Pablo's starting to work his way in from this opposite side. Malty easily able to take care of him as we see how these guys are trying to retake this bomb site. 15 trying to work his way in. This is a difficult bomb site to retake from all angles here. Rek will get one. Rek actually getting two onto Mav, and Ralph blitzed picking up one of his own, and it's all left up to Jaime right now. Absolutely no chance. Very good there from Ace getting in on that site and defending beautifully.
You know, what made that difficult is they made bomb site A look like a German disco club with how much smoke was going off there. I mean, there was no room at all for Instinct to play any long angles. They had to get up into the face, and with that missile sitting there and the objectivity you can get by sitting on boxes and on the missile itself, it's just there's no chance. You have to come down two very small staircases and two small corridors, and I mean that's just exactly the spot that Ace wanted to put themselves in, having all 5 players up still.
Very well played by Ace that round. It's just, you know, I question the fact that they had absolutely nobody over there in that A site to defend it at all. You know, they had the bomb down and we still had a 5v5 going on, which is something you rarely ever see.
Instinct has been very heavily favoring that strong side B push into that control room, which I can agree with, because that location is so pivotal when it comes to rotating around the map. You can control almost the entire area of the middle area part of the map, and it pretty much forces the offense to either back up into their spawn or make a move onto bomb site A, like we talked about before, is extremely difficult to get through. So we'll see exactly how this pans out. It has limited Ace again, finding some success though getting into bomb site A as they're moving in very quickly here.
And Rek and Mav are having a bit of a battle here. He was able to take down Blitz before falling to Malty, and now it's a 3-on-2 as Jaime and Ralph try to get back in here. The bomb is down. Jaime aggressing him right now, runs out of bullets, trying to take down Rek. Aaron will get him instead, and Ralph was able to get Malice in the process. So now he's trying to work his way and eating all of his bullets straight into the grates. They're very unfortunate for Ralph, and Ace coming back here, tying it up 4-4.
Yeah, after being down 4-1, that's exactly what Ace needed to do, is to find some success somewhere in the map and completely exploit it. And so far, that area has been in bomb site A. You got to give props to Rek there. He did have the scope up for the majority of that round and had to switch to his pistol, knowing he was in a one-on-one pistol fight at the beginning of A there. He had some support behind him. He danced around the missile as long as possible until he got that support. And now Rek, with the M4, absolutely slaughtering with 2 kills right over the middle, opening up this area before he falls to Ralph at the top of the ramp.
And now Blitz getting taken down, Ralph picking up that 2K, and that will be Instinct taking that lead there, 5-4 on the half. They played that aggressive play down wood once again. You know, and I like these aggressive plays from Instinct right now. It seems like it's completely catching Ace off guard. I mean, they haven't really been able to do anything against it.
The only thing that really puts you at a disadvantage when you're being that aggressive on defense is when you're pushing really strongly down one area and you aren't able to compensate for how lack and lopsided you are in other areas of the map. So if you don't find the right area to push, and if it's not the exact counter that you're looking for, it almost makes you have to pull the most extreme rotation ever just in order to get back to a bomb site in time.
Right, and then, you know, just retaking that bomb site in total there, it just makes it very difficult. As we saw when they were trying to get back into that A site, I mean, you have that 5-on-5 battle. Even though they had the high ground going back into the bomb site, it is just retaking that A bomb site when you have 10 total players out on that playing field is just absolute chaos. Very hard to get in there. So either way, though, 5-4 half there. Instinct going to take it as we move into the second half now, getting the change of sides. Instinct now starting over on that blacklist side, and Ace moving over to Global Risk. We'll see if Instinct can keep their aggressive format in check here and move it over to the offensive side and keep the success that they had with it. Ralph already getting aggressive into mid here. He's taken a bit of damage. Nobody from Ace really has taken much of anything so far, but it looks like everybody from Instinct here kind of huddled up in mid, seeing where they want to go with this, playing it pretty slow though.
Yeah, and you know, defensively, Instinct was looking for a strong push through B. They went right in there with 4 players, hoping to find a fight where they could possibly find a lopsided advantage as they go through a nice nade right there. As Mavlov able to take out Aaron, actually able to take out 2 more as he falls to below 50 HP from that one grenade, and 15 hanging out from the middle, able to clear bomb site B extremely quickly. This retake is going to be very difficult with all 5 players still up.
As it is a 2-on-4 now. I think somebody fell to their death
Yeah,
or something.
how?
Something like that happened. I think Mav was very hurt at the time. I think if he fell off those rafters or something, 15's going to get a pick right into the dome of Blitz there with his AWP, and then Ralph is going to finish it off, taking down Malice. So first round of that second half, they're going over to Instinct. That's going to make it 6-4 now.
Yeah, Instinct, again, looking really strong offensively as they start to move very quickly. And again, we're going to see something similar as it looks like they're going to push the wood and try to get almost immediately into bomb site A. And that is the case as Ralph with the bomb is following up with Jaime and Mavlov. 15 OL trying to support with the scope, but he is all smoked out at the moment, so we're going to see a lot of action here in bomb site A.
As Mavlov is leading the push, though, they're getting very blinded by all these flashes coming across the bomb site. Malty starting off the round by taking down 15, but Mav will exchange with him, making that happen there with his M4. So evening the playing field at 4-on-4. Jaime actually able to finish off Malice with a well-placed
Blitz is in a great
grenade.
spot right now. He is completely he blindsided them, almost completely hiding in the back corner, able to open up and give some space for Aaron and Rek to help out. Aaron finally 2 kills there. Rek getting 1 through the box. That's, you know, those little nooks and crannies that you don't normally see people in. As obvious it may seem, sometimes you don't. It's the last place you check.
Yeah, and especially when your mind is so focused on just getting into that bomb site, you want to get the bomb down and all that. Sometimes checking some of those corners might get moved to the back of your brain, and right there it seemed to work out very well for Ace to play some of those spots. It's easy for those to skip your mind. So taking a look back in here, we'll see how Instinct is going to retaliate on this round here. Look like they're going to favor this A side right now. They have dropped the bomb back. 15's going to see if he can work something down this wooden area with his sniper, seeing if he can get that opening pick, something that they can work with moving in. But the smoke has gone across on wood right now, and it looks like they're getting aggressive. 15 will just go in, Deagle's blazing, taking down Malty, and Mav will take out Malice as well, so that 2-player advantage that they have now, and I think they're just going to push straight into this A bomb site as Aaron was trying to hold it down, but Jaime will finish him off, and it's all up to Blitz right now in this 1 versus 5, trying to retake the A bomb site. It is quite the task. Let's see if he can do it.
You know, I think initially when we were looking at Instinct, you know, before this tournament even started versus, you know, Ace Gaming, I think a lot of people would have favored Ace's gunning ability over Instinct. But right now, Instinct's shown that they can pull just as many shots, if not more incredible angles than what Ace has pulled off so far.
Yes, indeed, as Blitz now, what we expected there to get blasted by one of these guys trying to retake the bomb site, but good there for those guys. 15, once again, showing his just aggressive nature. I mean, that guy just rushed right up wood, through smoke, everything, with a deagle blazing and took out a guy with a rifle. I mean, it's just incredible to see the plays that, you know, he's willing to risk and just go deagles blazing into something like that, but that will get them the round, and it's going to be 7-5 right now. Instinct has that lead. Looks like they're leaning on that A side once again. Malice is going to try and see if he can hold these guys off here. Getting picked very early by Mav, just taking spam. And then Ace, Malty there is going to pick up one. Aaron getting another, but Jaime now opening up this bomb site just a little bit more by taking down Blitz. It is 3-on-3 now. Make it a 3-on-2 as Ralph will get Aaron. So now Rek and Malty are left alive for Ace, and they're going to have to go ahead and retake this A bomb site once again. They just keep getting caught out and not being able to defend this A bomb site. Looking like they both want to come in from this wood side as they start to push in now. Rek continuing to work his way down the stairs. Malty will take out 15, so they're going to continue their push in here. It's a 2-on-2. One player on each side is very hurt here, and the other has full health, so it's a pretty even playing field at this point. Ralph and Jaime trying to dodge a little bit, play the time, and both of them are very hurt now. All they need to do is just breathe on them, and Malty was able to pick up both of them, and he's going to get that defuse and get the round over there for Ace.
You know, the interesting thing there, early on in that push into A, there was a lot of great set needs coming from Ace to try to defend, and a lot of health went down very, very quickly for Instinct, but they were still able to pull off a lot of kills, able to even things out. And interestingly enough, Jaime opting to go with the deagle there underneath the missile truck, trying to hit it whatever feet he could. He actually put a lot of damage, and just one more shot would have done it for him. Just couldn't quite convert, as it looks like the bomb is going to go the opposite side of the map this time through, at least at the moment.
Yeah, Jaime's working with it over in that B control room right now with a couple of his teammates, but overall Instinct a bit spread at the moment. They have one inside of the vents right now. Pablo seeing if he can possibly get a little bit of a sneaky play onto somebody, not expecting. 15 over there trying to work wood right now once again with that sniper rifle. And seeing Pablo's actually himself
he's pushed up real far
all the way in there, but Aaron's going to be able to get the jump onto him, and Mav will exchange to get Malice. So one guy down for each side right now as Mav actually has a pretty clear entranceway to move all the way in, and somebody is playing right behind that corner. Once again, it's Blitz, and he's going to check it this time, not going to let him get away with it twice, and Jaime will get Aaron, who is over across the site as well. So it is a 4-on-2, and 15 getting the pick onto Malty, and it's going to be all up to Rec right here. A 1 versus 4, not going to look too good for him.
Yeah, you know, the big play there was Ralph was able to push up the middle of Wood and get into control room. So no matter, even if Rec were to want to go around right now, he's going to run right into the gun of Ralph, and he's not really going to have a chance to get through here. Great play, though, of taking the bomb site by Mavlov and Jaime, as they were able to obviously find Blitzed. Can't get that spot 2 for 2, my friend. It only works every once in a while. And there it is again, Ralph from up top, able to finish off with the support from Jaime and Mavlov. A great take of the bomb site that time through. 3-2 overall.
It's 8-6, I think.
Yes,
in this,
it is.
Yeah, 8-6 in this matchup here. Nstinct is in the lead right now by those 2 rounds. So we'll see if they can grab the next 2 or 2 more and go ahead and take this first map. But Rec here comes Ace with the aggressive play down Wood, and they will get 3 frags of their own, only losing 1 in the process. Pablo was able to get that 1 player, that 1 frag onto Aaron, but it's Mavlov who's taking quite a bit of damage from Malty, and he's going to go down. So it's all left up to Pablo here, and it was good to see Ace with a bit of an aggressive play there down Wood. Worked well for them.
Yeah, no, that was absolutely smart. So far, it's been just Nstinct taking control of Wood without much contestation. 15 has been getting his foot right through that doorway and keeping it there, holding that door open for his teammate. And that time through, Rec had none of it and wanted to get right in the face to 15. Ended up paying off for them, getting them a much-needed round right there.
Here they come. Looks like the bomb's going to come B-side this time. Nstinct has heavily favored that A-side, but Mav's going to open it up by taking down Malice as they start to work into locker room right now. Mav is up top. Rec is going to miss the shots onto him, and he's going to chase him, trying to find him right now. 15 was able to pick up Rec, actually. So now it is a 5-on-3, and Blitz is going to eat quite a bit of damage, and Pablo finishing him off as well. So it's Malty and Aaron right now that have to try something at a retake right now, but it's a 2-on-5. The bomb's down in the B-bomb site. It's not going to be too pretty, I don't think.
Yeah, this is a great hold right here, putting players surrounding the area, able to take out Aaron that looked like almost barely even through the box. I'm surprised that wasn't a complete wallbang. And then the other side, we do see Pablo and Ralph holding that down together. So great idea there, having all 5 players up. Spread your defense out, focus on the only 2 areas that can enter the bomb site, and make sure that you get the win. And that's exactly what happened that time through. Nstinct, like I said, playing extremely well defense so far today.
So here it is, 9-7, as Nstinct has this map point right now in this best of 5. Aaron's going to shut down Jaime, who tried moving in there towards that A site, but he will then go down to the rifle of Pablo, but Blitz is going to exchange once again and take him out. So it's a 3-on-4 here. They're trying to get into this A site right now. Malty was able to get Ralph in the process, and now making it a 2-on-4. The bomb is actually down right now, 15 going down as well, and it's going to be just about over for Mav right there. Malice picking up the 2K, so another round back over to...
Yeah, it's 9-8. This could possibly go to our first map into overtime right off the bat. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, you know, something that I saw that round, the last 2 rounds really, Pablo has been very balls to the walls trying to get into places first with no real support from his teammates. This isn't the map where you can really do that. I mean, every single map of the, or part of the map is extremely focused. You really don't have the availability to move around areas very freely, just because the areas that are big have very small entrances to get there.
Right.
So obviously you can only come from one area, and the focus is extremely limited, especially from the defensive standpoint. You know exactly where you're going to be looking at. Pablo not able to get those crazy around the flank offensive strategies that we've seen him do successfully in the past.
Yeah, not quite as much, though. He is this time going to drop down from vents, seeing if he can surprise Malty. Malty's in for a rude awakening here, as there were 3 of them waiting for him, and 15's going to pick up 2.
Great strategy.
Getting 1 as well. Very good strategy from them right there, just pushing straight through here. Things looking for good on Nstinct in this round. Looking good for them here. So the bomb is going to go down on that B site. Aaron and Blitz trying to keep their team alive in this map right here to send it into an overtime. This is the last round of the half. So here they are coming straight through. Aaron's going to get taken down. Blitz was able to pick up 1 in the process. It's now a 1 versus 3, and I believe they know exactly where he is at right now. This is going to be tough, but here he comes trying at anything that he can, but Jaime's going to take him down right there. So a 10-8 first game there on sub-base, and already we've seen some amazing action between these guys.
You know, that last strategy that Nstinct pulled was exactly what the doctor ordered there, because Ace Gaming was not running a scope for pretty much the entire match there.
Yeah.
And without that middle being locked down by a scope, having that advantage with 15 being there and having the support of some great gunners, that was exactly the call that they needed to have. Pull 3 right up the gut, have 2 come in from the vent side area, able to take bomb site B essentially from behind, as we do know that getting through the locker room is very tough to happen, and one person usually on defense can manhandle 4 to 5 players very easily. So good play there for Nstinct to not let that go into overtime, and that is the first map to none in favor of Nstinct.
First map, hey man, starting to work in my favor here, but we still have a lot of Crossfire to go. Lot to go yet. So we'll see what happens. Looks like Ankara is going to be our second map here of this best of 5 series. So the teams here going straight into this knife round here, not wasting any time, just in case we do see a big old 10 round or a 10 map matchup today, if that's if that's how far it'll go. So we'll take a look into this knife round here. As Rek already getting one, but he's still up, so you never know what's going to happen. Rek getting the second one, you never know. Here it comes. Malice getting a couple as well. So. But not surprised to see Rek getting that first knife kill, of course. Who else, right?
It's really funny watching Rek, because he's usually the first person in, gets a kill, runs away. Just in case he needs to be the last player up.
Yeah, doesn't want to overextend too far there.
Funny.
Yeah, gotta love it. Gotta love it. It's been the fan favorite here over the, well, I don't know about fan favorite, but
at least
studio
our favorite.
Yeah, been our favorite thing to see this this whole time that we've been out here in the studio. But here we go. So Ankara is going to be our map here for the second one. We'll see. It looks like Instinct's going to start here on Blacklist, and Ace has decided to go over on Global Risk. So
not a huge surprise there, I'd say.
Yeah, no, definitely not. So we'll see. Last time we saw these guys go at it, or actually last time I saw Ace play on this map, me personally seeing them play earlier today, I saw Malice really working well using the sniper, the scope on this map. He was really controlling those long areas, mainly over towards the A side. And, you know, I'm going to be looking to see him probably do a bit more of that again, but he is going to have to go up against a scope of 15.
Yeah, I think that's the underlying player we need to keep our eye on, is if Malice can step up after not using the scope much at all on sub-base, if he can come forward and make sure that that presence is felt with the power of locking down every side of the map with a scope. It's going to be huge for them to have that in their side. Otherwise, it could very well be Nstinct rolling with another map here. This is Ace's choice, though. So hopefully they have everything figured out and they're on the same page as far as what they want to come with onto the first round. And, I mean, I'm liking the way that Ace has been playing aggressively. I would not mind seeing Ace try to do something crazy this first round on defense, being aggressive on either the A or the B side.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the one time that they went really aggressive there when they were on the defensive side on sub-base, it worked out pretty well for them. You know, they got a quick round out of that one. So we'll see if they can pull something similar here. Moving on to Ankara. Now, this is a team that both teams, or this is a map that both teams are normally pretty solid on for the most part. So we'll see how these two guys collide here on this map. And we're going to hop into the game right here. This is map 2 of our best of 5 series here between Ace Gaming and Nstinct here for the Crossfire Stars final, the North American final here. So we take a look into the action right away here. Looks like Ralph is about to meet up with some guys inside of Hotel. Malty's over there. He's going to go have the spray down with him, but Malty will get the better of him in that exchange. But Jaime will clean up for his teammate and avenge him. So it is a 4-on-3 right now. 15's got the bomb. They're doing a full-on B push here out of that Hotel, and Jaime's going to pick up one onto Blitzed as well. So it's a 4-on-2 as they get in to this B bomb site right now. Malice is trying to get something going, get a couple as they start to get into the site, but not being able to get anything, just smokes everywhere. Really cutting off that field of view and getting shut down there. Mav and Pablo will take out Rek and Malice, and that'll be the first round there over to Instinct, 1-0.
Yeah, and that really puts the pressure on Ace off the bat, knowing that Instinct's going to come out and just hit him in the teeth without even really waiting around. 15 was probably second in line when it came to leading that rush. So that says a lot about, you know, we can keep our scope, we can have one, but at the same time, we're, oh, wow, Mav, what a great little paw shot there on Blitz to remember the middle. But yeah, at the same time, they don't need him to sit back. They can put him up in the front lines and put some extra pressure there. Another great shot there by Mav. Mav is going off right now. He's having a great game, 4-0. without even getting through the second round yet.
Yeah, already, that's just what I was about to say, man. He is just going off, and that's exactly what we wanted to see out of him moving in into these later matchups here. So good for him here, as Jaime was able to pick up one as well. That bomb is down on the B side. It's going to be all left up to Malice, who is sniping. Actually, got a ridiculous no scope there on the 15, but regardless, Mav was able to finish him off. So that's 2-0 right now for Instinct. Looking good so far on this offensive side of Ankara.
Yeah, we're going to get some quick action over here on B this side, as it looks like Ace is going to stack, and Instinct is not going to let up. They're just going to come straight back through, but Malice actually rotating from the middle, able to get the first pick, and a great multi-kill there from Multi. 2 of those coming from a grenade that landed right at the feet. You can kind of see exactly where that was. It was right inside the doors, and everyone was huddled up in that doorway. So now it's Aaron's playing close to where the bomb had been dropped, all up to Pablo, who's going off a little bit, but not able to convert all 5 kills clearly.
Yeah, only able to pick up a couple there. Pretty tough, though, in a 1 versus 5. You can only be amazing there for a few string of kills, and it's pretty tough to get those 5 in a row. But there we go. Ace getting themselves on the board here in this second half, or in this first half, second map, which is Ankara. So 2-1 it is now. As we see, looks like Instinct going to favor this B side here once again. They're about to meet up with a couple guys over in the site. All 5 of them in a hotel right now, and it looks like a couple are going to extend off here. 15 opening it up, but Blitz will take out Mav as well. It's a 4-on-4 as they wrap around from that connector. They're coming in. Ralph with a nice shot onto Blitz. Aaron is inside of the site. Ralph picking up the frag onto him as well, landing that headshot, and Jaime's going to get one, just mowing through them here on this B site. Malice is able to get one. The bomb is down on the site, but the nades just flying in to the spawn area there. Going to take him down, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, that's great call by Ralph there, as he is the team leader for Instinct, able to call out, you know what, so what if they get us 1 round at B? We're just going to keep going and make sure they know that even if you stop us once, we're not going to shy away from a strategy. And again, that strong push at B gets the better of the first 4 rounds in the favor of 3-1. And now it looks like it's going to be their first attempt over on the other side of the map towards bomb site A, which is another great call because Ace was stacking B, and now bomb site A is absolutely wide open, and the late rotate here could be trouble, but they are getting there right in time as the bomb is about to come down, maybe, if Pablo can get it there.
Now, Pablo did get taken down. Multi picking up the double kill, but Multi falling to his death. That may be crucial here, as it is now a 1 versus 1. Mav has no idea where he's at, though. It's Mav versus Malice. The bomb is down inside of the site. He thinks he's over off towards his spawn side right now, but if he's not careful, Malice is going to come straight up from behind him and just mow through him. But let's see. I don't think either of them, now that there's a little bit of time has passed, neither of them know where each other are, and Mav, I think, is looking to take this all the way over to B side, which is good for him. It's going to kill some time on the bomb clock, and then he's going to be able to get this plan here. Let's see if Malice can get in and get this retake.
Yeah, this is a great play here by Mav. I mean, knowing that the strong push was held successfully, at least, over by bomb site A, and knowing that the flank or the rotation has to be coming from some direction, why not clear something out and make your way back towards B? Very smart play, as he's going to be now fighting in the spawn here. Lots of damage going back and forth. It's going to come down to just the last few shots here as the bomb had been planted, and the timer is now ticking away. Great shot. Mav having a great game right now.
Very, very good. He is showing up when they need him right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scoreboards, as we are at a 4-1 lead right now for Instinct. Pablo sitting at the top there at 7-2, but Mav just right behind him, sitting at 6-2. Everybody pretty solid across all fronts here on Instinct, except for 15, who's sitting at a 1-4. Hasn't really been able to get anything working with that AWP so far, but still, nonetheless, his team's sitting at that 4-1 lead. So, I mean, can't complain too much. But let's take a look and see where they're at on this round.
Yeah, so far it looks like the offense has opted to kind of fake towards A, making it believe that's going to be a full push, and they have made their way through middle, and it looks like they're going to try to push all the way through the spawn, maybe. But Blitz and Aaron are there, and they might get some support from Malice, who's trying to inch his way back towards spawn now from the back of A site, and that's exactly the case. Very wisely, though, we are seeing Instinct back off, and they went through the connector. Now they're going to come back up into bomb site B, put a good spread here defensively between Blitz and Multi. This is exactly what Ace needed to do as far as holding their spots in the teeth of possibly a strong push towards A, which was very brilliantly faked from the offense, but defensively, very strong play from Blitz and Multi there.
Yeah, they just had like this triangle set up in there. They had one guy at the bottom of the steps in hotel and then 2 on site, and they just sandwiched them as soon as they came out of that lower connector area there. So very good defensive setup from them. Mav last one alive. Not too much he can do about that one. Rec will finish him off. So still 4-2 lead here for Instinct. Pretty not a bad lead for them right now. But Ace getting themselves on the board once again. Make things a little bit closer for themselves. So we'll see how Instinct comes back on this round after just getting mowed through there for the most part on that round. And I think they're going to try this underside B thing again through this connector.
Yeah, if they time this well, they're going to have an open shot at B because Ace, again, was trying to stack in B in case there is a push from the hotel side of things. Not the case, as it looks like it's going to come up the middle. But no, not everybody from Ace has been backed up yet, and lots of great nades and flashes coming down, easily able to take that out. Was Multi, as half of those players down there in Instinct were completely blinded.
Striking back here is Ace. It's now a 1 versus 3 though. Jaime's the last one alive, working on a 1 versus 4 overall here. He's just came out of hotel, working his way towards B. He's trying to get to this bomb right now.
Yeah, it's in a tough spot too. I mean, if you take a look at it, it's sitting right in the corner of this underpassage, and Malice is, you know, close by-ish. I don't know if they know it's down. Malice has his pistol out looking towards that area. They had to have seen it though. I mean, it's sitting almost out in completely plain sight. But I guess it is kind of covered up by a couple of bodies down here. So we'll see if anyone knows. You have to figure though, if you're Jaime, you know that there's people down there. You have to at least figure that there are people down there. Yeah. So picking the right angles is going to be huge for him.
Yeah, he's got to know it, and right now he's just going to take his time. He's got plenty of time though. I mean, a minute left on this clock. He doesn't see anybody looking at it though.
I don't think Ace knows it's there.
I don't think they do, and he's going to be able to pick that up. Not sure if they heard. There were a couple footsteps there. If they were listening closely, they may have been able to pick up on something, and he is going the way that he should not be right now. But of course, he doesn't know that as he's starting to work his way in. Malice is sitting down in there. They've kind of just had glances at each other there across the way.
Yeah, he almost got posterized there. He almost took one right in the dome.
Yeah, but he did manage to keep himself alive. So Jaime's still playing cautious before he tries to get this bomb down. I think they're aware. They think that he's going to the B site, but he's just going to wrap it all the way around A. This is a very, very smart play here from Jaime. He's going to take his time, play the clock as long as he can, and everybody's going to be over at that B site. What a sneaky play here from Jaime, but still he's going to have to take on 3 guys in this rotation. If they haven't, now they've started the rotation over. They're going to start coming in from the B side right now, as over from spawn side, I mean. And here they come, full steam ahead, all 3 players. Let's see if Jaime can work a bit of magic right here and defend this off for long enough. He's going to have to be perfect, but it cannot today, as Blitz will take him down. And wow, there we go, Ace. It's like 3 straight rounds in a row there.
3 straight rounds in a row, absolutely. You know, the thing about that, I think Jaime was extremely fortunate that he didn't run into anybody while he was rotating. But the other thing about it is, in that situation, I would have loved to have seen him peek through the gates a little bit and try to get a pot shot on the heads of somebody coming through that spawn. You want to try to, you know, obviously he doesn't know where everybody was or where they were going to come from, but you have to figure you're going to mate up with at least 1, probably 2 players from Ace trying to rotate through the spawn. If you could have picked off 1 there and then backed up and played in the dimensionality of that hut, I think you would have been in a more favorable situation. But either way, a daunting task going up against 4 total players trying to find the clutch and the plant.
So right now, that is going to leave it at a 4-3 scoreline. It was 4-1, and Ace slowly clawing their way back here on this first half, as we see the bomb now for Instinct starting to work its way over towards this A side, as Jaime has that one in his hands, and he's going to be over there with Ralph, Maveloff, and I believe 15 as well. They're seeing if they can get any picks going into the site here. 15 missing a crucial shot onto Aaron right there that he really needed to get to open up this site a bit for them. Maveloff, though, going very aggressive straight in here. 15 regardless will take him down with a deagle, actually.
Great plays.
Getting one just before he falls there. Malice over on the spawn side is going to get the deagle shots into Mav there, but Pablo will finish him off. So now it's a 2-on-2, and both of the players from Ace coming in spawn side right here. This is going to be tricky. Both of them in here.
Ralph timing.
15. Very good timing. And they're going to take both of them out. 5-3 it is here, last round of the half.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those little things that it's pretty much impossible to teach. You just have the familiarity with the people that you're playing with. Having them both kind of push that gate at the same area, while the focus was obviously on the bomb site. I mean, 15 did a great job of coming up that staircase and splitting the focus as much as possible, while both players from Ace were trying to pick off that fight on top of the bomb site with, I think it was Ralph. But absolutely great play, absolute for Instinct right there to hold on to that round, making it 5-3. It's incredible.
Very, very good from them. So right now we have, as I said, this is the last round of the half. Ace would love to pick this one up, but Instinct is going to have something to say about it right here because it is a 4-on-2 right now as Mav is starting to work his way into the B site. Both guys, Aaron and Blitz, coming in from spawn side. They're going to wait out these nades here and try to take them in together. It's going to be hard. There's so many flashes coming through. They are able to get one, and Aaron's going to get taken down by Mav there at the very end. So that is going to be 6-3 here for Instinct on that first half. And I mean, they are just absolutely brutal right now on that offensive side, and overall Instinct still just playing lights out even against this formidable, Ace squad.
Yeah, Instinct looking really, really powerful right now, both, I mean, defensively and offensively. There's not enough you can say about the leadership of Ralph to keep calling that B push early on. The first 2 times successes, third time gets countered, we'll stick with it. Try it one more time. Very successful, very smart play calling there. You have to give him all the props in the world to have the tenacity to think that it was going to be paying off again. You've had the dominance 2 out of the 3 rounds. Let's try again. If worst case scenario, we're starting fresh again 2-2. But no, they get another round advantage there, making it 3-1. That was huge when it came down to the final score, 6-3.
Yeah, definitely, and that's given them, as you said, that very good lead here going into the second half. It's going to be pretty tough. Ace needs to get something going, or if they don't get something going on this half, they may find themselves in a 2-map deficit here. So we'll have to see how the second map, or the second half plays out here. It's going to be interesting how Ace plays on this offensive side. Will they go very aggressive, or keep things switched up back and forth, stay unpredictable, but Aaron will start things off here, taking out 15, so they're going to get this initial one right away. We'll see if they're going to continue to push on this A side here. It just kind of looks like we're going to see a pretty spread out Ace squad here, and just going to work the field here for a little bit, it seems.
Yeah, that was an interesting starting to this round. Aaron had actually jumped into the pit, which we hardly ever see players play. And 15 with that scope actually opting to go down from B into the connector to play the lower level of middle for his picks. It was just the exact counter that Aaron could have hoped for. Usually that spot doesn't end up being played all that often, so very fortunate that he was able to get the counter play there on 15, trying to be gutsy as well.
Here come this A site completely open for the taking right here.
Yeah, it was an around the world strategy from B, it looked like, for Instinct. They pushed all the way through Hotel. You got 3 players on the backside trying to re-enter from the main entrance into A right now. And this is going to be tough to get through. I think Rek, Malice, and Blitz all know that they have to be coming from behind, and they're ready for this.
And there's Malice getting that opening pick, watching the vents, able to take down Mavalov. He's going to be looking for some more. Blitz and Aaron both picking up one as well, and it's just Ralph right now. He is able to get one. Aggressing Malice, he's going to take him out as well. It's a 1 versus 2, but can't convert there onto Rex, so that's going to be the first round of the second half here over to Ace.
Yeah, that's a great play there. I think that the around the world strategy that we saw coming from B was a little bit late timed. I think if they were to have committed to it a little bit earlier, they would have found themselves in a better position, sneaking up right behind Ace, who took their time getting into A site. I mean, they took their time scouting it out, obviously, because A usually has people hiding in the strangest of nooks and crannies. Not the case that time through, and there really wasn't much that they could do to hold on. And now 15 kind of getting his revenge here as he is able to pick off Malice to start off the round. A big scope advantage happening here over on A side, and if Ace isn't careful, they're going to lose more.
Right now, we see them, 3 of them grouped up over in mid. They're going to go over. Looks like they're ready to get this bomb here possibly in a second. Actually, Rex just checking things out over on the A-long side, seeing what he can get. He's already taken a good bit of damage, and needs to be careful, and he does take that bullet from 15 right there, so they're going to be down 2 players at the start of this round before a push has even happened, and they need to go get the bomb too before they really want to try and work anything with the 3 players that they have left alive. But here goes Malty. He's going to go ahead and pick that one up, but playing very cautiously. But, of course, Instinct not really aware that that bomb was sitting over there. So right now we do have a battle going down in mid. Jaime will get the better of Aaron. So a 5-on-2 it is. And Instinct looking pretty good on this round here.
Yeah, you know, that's another thing that we've seen a lot of with these players is they are persistent about finding or scouting or picking areas where they know a scope has the advantage. 15 sitting in A site, he has so many options as far as where he is to look and to scout over the middle, and that's probably the 5th or 6th time we've seen somebody double or triple peek a sniper thinking that they're going to get the best of him.
And right now it's all up to Malty. It's a 1 versus 4, and it's not going to be too pretty. He's got the bomb, but you got to imagine it's pretty hopeless at this point. I mean, it's, you know,
I mean, where he's sitting right now is desperation for a random cross. He's waiting for somebody to cross from B into A. He's not going to get that fortunate, though. They're going to make him come into a bomb site, and this 15 is going to probably, actually get some good shots in on there, because I thought 15 was going to get the easy shot at that moment, but he had his pistol out.
Still trying to pick up a couple more here. He's back in the spawn area. Somebody's sitting over at A site, too. I don't even think he has the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless he pulls off like a sprinting miracle here, killing and planting all at the same time. I don't think it's going to happen.
It's not gonna happen.
That'll be it. He's going to actually try to get it down there real quick, but Ralph was able to get across there and put the bullet into him. So 1-1 here on the second half, making it a 7-4 score line overall here on Ankara, which is our second map of this final here between Ace and Nstinct, but so far Nstinct has been pretty dominant in many facets of this match.
Yeah, you know, when you dominate the first half like they did 6-3, it gives you those rounds to play around with a little bit, as far as, you know, being a little bit more dynamic and taking some risks, because you still that first round that they lost, they tried the around the world strategy, didn't pay off. Second round they come back through, play more up the middle of the road, I guess you could say, and get the victory. So now they could pull something crazy here again. They have a few rounds to work with. They have that buffer zone, that insurance, if you will, on the second half of the map. But it looks like so far the defense spreading themselves out rather, regularly. Three players actually sitting over by A. 15, Ralph and Pablo sitting over in that area. While it looks like the middle is mostly left open, Mavlov is going to be the first person to see any action over here, as Blitzed and Multi are trying to make their way through. And they're a little nervous to cross that window, and I think for good reason. And it looks like, knowing that someone's in that area, they're actually going to voluntarily back this up and see if they can't find a different area in towards bomb site B. And actually, an interesting call for a rotate. All the way from A comes Ralph, Mavlov, and Pablo trying to hang out by the middle to put the stack in B. And this is actually a smart call if Pablo stays, because it looks like Ace is going to work their way in here any second.
And here they come, coming straight out of that lower B area. Multi and Blitz are both going to open up this bomb site by being able to take down a couple of players. And that bomb is going to go down very quickly from Malice in a rush to get that bomb planted. We have 15 coming up from behind. Mavlov going towards this hotel side to meet up with 15, presumably. And he is going to take down Aaron, who was trying to hold that one down. And Pablo is behind him as well. So Mav is going to tear off here and start to work over in through this spawn side. Multi's going to get one, and 15 was able to pick up one as well. So it's a 2-on-2 as they try to pinch this bomb site from both sides. Multi's going to get one there. Mav is going to take down Blitz now. It's a 1-on-1. He only has 1 HP going up against Multi. He could be one shot here. He needs to find this frag very quickly and take him down, or he's not going to have enough time.
Wow!
He's going to
Does he have time to defuse?
Multi. Can he get the defuse in time? It's going to be extremely close. Oh!
Wow.
Wow. He got it in time. What a round there from Mav at the last possible second. He could have possibly in it.
I mean, are you kidding me? That's just absolutely incredible to see how that round transpired. I mean, just great play from every single player, and it doesn't get any closer than that. That is a round where it shows how evenly matched these teams have the availability to be. I mean, 1 HP left and be able to clutch, that's absolutely huge. And again, just really smart rotates from both teams. Able to spread the bomb sites out nicely on defense, and obviously able to focus when they come in on offense. It's absolutely great to see that the caliber of players playing right now are at that high of a level.
Yeah, it's always a treat watching these guys on both sides of the coin. Players on both squads, just tremendous. So take a look and see where Ace is at here. They have the bomb working up into middle right now in the hands of Blitz. A couple of teammates alongside of him, not really working too much. Mav is actually just around the corner from him, but he's going to go ahead back off, and it looks like Ace is going to try to work something towards his A side right now. 15 and Ralph, though. Actually, here comes that aggressive play from Nstinct off of one of the bomb sites. Pablo picking up 2, and here it is. He's going to try to go for the last one, taking a good bit of damage. Ace is going to go, or excuse me, Blitz is going to go down to Pablo as he picks up 3K there, I believe, and very aggressive play there. Once again, working for Nstinct.
Yeah, it's 9-4 now, and this could be possibly it. We might see 2 maps to nothing to start, and that puts Ace in a really terrible spot. I mean, it's one thing to come back 3 rounds to secure yourself a win, but to come back 3 maps, my goodness. I mean, that's the pressure that comes with that is absolutely insane. So they need to hope that they can find a way to bring this to an overtime right now. They need to win the next 5 rounds straight if they want to have a shot at this.
Here comes Rec into the site along with the rest of them. Yeah, and absolutely free sight for them as they come straight in. The bomb planted while all 5 members of each team are still up. So here they go. They're going to have to see how they can get into the site for the retake. It's going to be pretty difficult to retake. It's always tough to retake when you got 5-on-5. It's a very chaotic battle, but Malice is going to make it a little bit easier for Ace to hold here by taking down Jaime as he peeks from vents to get a kill with the sniper rifle, and Aaron's going to take down Pablo as well. And Ralph and Mav here are going to have to work some magic coming in from this side. 15 was able to get one, but there's Malty to say hello and put two of them down with his AK right there. So a round back to Ace right there, but still, Nstinct still on that map point.
Yeah, they have a lot of room to work with, absolutely. I mean, they have the next 4 rounds really to deal with if they want to, and that's huge for them. But I mean, we have to talk about Malty for a second. He's had a pretty good tournament, but he's sitting at 7-4, and a lot of these rounds have came down to big plays on his behalf. And that's absolutely huge for Ace. I think they need to give some respect up there. And at the same time, they need to use his energy and fuel themselves to kind of get that second wind and really push their way through this map if they want to have a chance to get this through this best of 5.
Now, Malty is a guy you can always rely on for Ace. I mean, he is just one of the true veteran players. I mean, this guy has been it all in this game. So, well-respected member of the community and all of that. Just a great player all around. So they need to start forming around him and get the rest of the team going if they want to get themselves back in this match here. As Rek gets one, Rek getting 2 here. Here we go. A little bit of something from them here. He thought one more was behind that box, but he's going to go ahead. Was going to switch to a sniper, but he's going to come back to the M4 only to be popped in the head by Pablo right there. Pablo eating a lot more, but he's able to get the second one. Let's see if he can take down Malice as well. Pablo and Ralph against Malty and Malice, the M's here. Let's see if they can... What they're going to do with this actually looks like they're going to back off this A site completely and work their way in towards B. Malty's waiting in mid for his teammate, and they're just going to come into this B site, it looks like.
Yeah, Malice and Malty, they play together a lot when they play defensively and offensively. Malice usually with that scope. Malty opting to usually support him as much as possible. So I have a lot of faith that they're able to clutch the situation. Very familiar with each other. They obviously work great together. So Malice with the bomb is going to be able to plant it. Looks like he's going to go for the backside plant, actually closest to the balcony. They're going to play the clutch spot. They're going to put Malty, and they're going to hide him up there and play him in the clutch spot right now. And the only way they're going to know he's there is if someone comes up the ladder, which it looks like Pablo actually is, and I don't think Malty knows he's there. Oh man,
my.
This might totally backfire on them. It was a great call to play that clutch spot and just hide Malty up there, but he was not able. But wow, way up. Malice with the pistol, able to get some action right now, and it's tick, tick, tick down on that clock as Pablo needs to get down from the balcony and work his way across the bomb site into Malice's little tight grasp he's got on bomb site B.
So still this one-on-one here, trying to get the deagle shots into Pablo.
He's going to go for the bomb
are
defuse.
Extremely lit right now. He could be on the bomb
he
at
could
the
get
moment.
it. Wow,
he
gets it.
Oh no, Malice not getting over to that bomb in enough time, and that is going to be the map right there.
Yeah, it's
another
10-5.
one over to Nstinct, man. Just waited a bit too long here, I think. Just a teeny too long. And now that's going to be 2 maps to none for Nstinct.
Yeah, that takes a lot of balls, though, to get up there and say, I'm going to ninja this. I mean, especially with somebody with a pistol, and you know that his plan has pretty much been foiled to sit back and scope at it, especially because it's on the opposite side of those generators.
Right.
A very smart play to go for that ninja and take the risk. Again, that's something that they can afford to do when you're up that many rounds. If you don't have that round advantage, that question of, do I ninja? Do I go for it? Do I ninja?
Right.
And like that becomes a serious consideration. I mean, at that point, you just kind of, press the button, hold your breath.
Yeah.
And that absolutely worked out for them that time. So
it did.
Nstinct in a good spot right now.
Did indeed, up 2 maps to none right now. And of course, too, when he went for that ninja defuse, that gutsy play, and he didn't necessarily have to. I mean, his teammates could have told him that they've done this much damage to him or whatever, just the way the game works. I mean, he could have just gone for the quick kill. It would have been down to a battle of reactions. But just went for that gutsy play, and sometimes those gutsy plays will win you matches.
It's one of those high-risk, high-reward situations, and it takes a lot to put yourself in that situation and just dedicate yourself to it, especially because, tapping the bomb and trying to, tease it a little bit doesn't have the impact that it would in a game like Call of Duty used to, a game like Counter-Strike does, where you hear that mechanic as clearly. In Counter-Strike, you don't really hear that as much. So a really risky play, but high reward. And then the knife fight here again. Wow, Ace. I mean, that was quick.
Threw them on the knife round there. I didn't even see what happened. Just all of them just mowing them down. But anyway, that's going to be Ace. Get to pick what side they start on here. So. Hopefully that's going to be something that can work in their favor here, because, I mean, they are down these 2 maps to none right now. They got to get something going before it's too late. And, Fat lady ain't singing yet, as I've said before.
But she's in the house.
She is in the house. She's
Yeah.
warming up her voice a little bit. So, if Ace doesn't get something going, they're going to have to, get rid of the vocal cords here. They're going to try to anyway.
The thing about it is Ace has chosen every side of every map so far. They've won all the knife fights, and it just doesn't seem to have as much of an impact. I mean, they started off the first match on Sub-Ace 4-5.
Right.
So there was a close play there, but then they completely opened it up and only finished 8-10. So 4-5 on both sides there for them, not exactly the showing they needed. And then on Kara, winning the knife match again, starting it off on defense 6-3. It doesn't seem to be in their favor as much as you would, like to think.
Right. Well, hopefully this time it can do something
They
for
need
them.
to,
I mean,
badly.
it hasn't in the past, but it has to this time. They don't really have much of a choice here. So here we go. We are jumping into this third map here as Instinct and Ace are battling it out here. If Instinct can win this map right here, that will be it. They will be your CrossFire Stars North American champions and get to represent our version of the game over in South Korea. But here we go. Malty getting aggressive on this catwalk here. They are starting off on the blacklist side here as they're coming straight through here.
Great
Mav's
play
going to
by
pick up
Mav.
a little 2K of his own here, hopping off the steps. So it's a 3-on-2 at the moment. As Rek is going to take down 15, and Mav is going to get yet another frag onto him here. It's now a 1 versus 2. Oh
Wow.
my goodness, can he get the ace and the clutch here on this round? It's a 1 versus 1. He has 1 HP. Both people extremely
Wow.
lit, and oh my goodness, Mav getting the ace and the clutch there on that round. What a play. What a round. 1-0. That's making a big statement right there.
Yeah, and if you're Ace Gaming, you have to just be head in your hands right now. I mean, you had everything going for you. Mav played just absolutely brilliantly. His teammate falls below him on catwalk. He tosses a counter grenade, ends up getting 1, and then following up with a second kill, and then just playing the bomb site like he's confident. I mean, this is the Mav that we expected to see yesterday, and he's showing up at the exact right time.
Yeah, they're really getting him when they need him right here. That was big. Very, very big. That's got to give a lot of momentum, too. So
He's still going at 6 straight.
He's the only guy that has gotten a kill over on Instinct so far on the round and a half that they've gotten through so far. But here they go. Blitzed with the bomb right now, trying to work towards the B side. His teammate coming to back him up, but Pablo's going to give him a bit of contention here over down by the connector and the bridge. So just going to start to play it slow here. They are down a player at the moment, Aces, but not too much of a disadvantage for them. The smoke's going out, and we're just going to see that old school just playing it slow here. A couple more players rotating around this side, seeing if maybe they can work Malice into something, getting a pick to open things up.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, and Malice isn't dedicating himself to any particular position. He's just kind of dancing back and forth between the middle and the B side. I would like just to see him, hey, I'm going to go this way. Follow me up, make sure I don't get flanked, and let me just see what I see. And he's just not taking that command right now. They need him to step up and put on that C and become the captain of this round. It's just not happening. They need him to peek corners. They need him to get in there. He needs to feel confident in his shot. And I think that has a lot to do with it. He's just not feeling the confidence behind that scope that he was yesterday.
And looks like they're going to use him to try and work in here towards this B site. They do have Pablo actually down in the connector who's going to take down Rex. So now it's a 4-on-3, pushing straight into this site here. It's Blitzed, Malty, and Malice trying to get in and get something going here. Blitz has already made his way across the double door section there, so he does have a clear sight to go ahead and get
Ralph's
this bomb
on the
down
flank.
right now. He is indeed on the flank here. Let's
There's
see
one.
what he can do. He was able to get Malice. So now he's starting to work his way back in. Blitz and Malty really need to have a hold here. Malty's going to get 1, seeing if he can get something else. He does have 2 coming in from behind him, though. Blitz able to get 1 as well, though, so working this pretty well. It's a 1 versus 2 right now. Blitz working his way back to the double doors, but Ralph ready for him right there and going to put the bullet into the dome to take him down. It's 2-0 right now for Instinct.
Yeah, Blitz played that exactly the way he should have. I mean, with everyone falling around him, he got the bomb down, knew he cleared his sight in the window, and going up against 2 other players from behind, he picked the right angle. It just didn't happen to go his way with the shots, and right now Ace, I think, is getting a little frustrated. They're coming out with a full push 3-2 split between Cat and Long A.
Here they come, full steam ahead as the smokes have hit the cross right now. Malice opening up this round, but 15 is sniping that cross, and he was able to get 1. Malty to clean up on him, so now it's a 4 versus 3. Malty with the bomb still trying to work in. Sees Ralph there. He's going to whiff on some shots, but his teammate Aaron will clean up for him, so now a 2 versus 3, and they're going to get this bomb inside of the A bomb site and try to get it down. Jaime, though, just demolishing those guys over there on that site, picking up the 2K, and now they have left Malty in a 1 versus 2 right now, and they're just going to pinch him in. Mav coming in from a long there. What a round from Instinct, and just, you know, Ace really looked like they had the better hand in that deal there. But
and that's been the case for the last 3 rounds. Ace has opened up really strongly, getting into sites. They're just not hitting their shots right now, I think. You know, if you're looking at this strategically, they're doing everything they possibly could. Mavlov is just a monster. He's 9-1. He's had a huge day as it is, and he's not slowing down.
Yeah, the guy is a beast right now, and they have just rolled through Ace on this this round, just absolutely rolling straight through them. I really hope Ace isn't giving up on hope right now. I mean, it's, you know, there definitely is still a chance that they can do something, but if they're going to, they need to start getting their butts in gear right now, or they're just going to get too far behind to do anything with
Instinct is just putting the nail in the coffin at the moment. They're coming straight up the middle, seeing if they can just shut this down. But no, this is exactly what Ace needs. They need that hold. They need that confidence. You have to figure at this point. I mean, a lot of it has just looked like they're just exhausted. I mean, they've played all day long, and they know that if they want to win this, they're going to have to play probably a total close of about 10 maps. That's a long time to be playing this game, and you have to figure that that is definitely taxing on them right now, but that was exactly the confidence booster they needed. If they were to have lost that round, I think that would have been game right there, because, I mean, that would have just shown that Instinct is just putting on the hurt beyond belief.
And here it is. They're giving him a bit of hurt here over on this Ace site, but Malice getting a nice shot there into Ralph, and it's going to just be Malice versus Jaime and Pablo, who are both right next to him right now.
Oh my gosh.
The smoke is covering everything. This is very tense as they're waiting. He tries to get that quick scope into him. He does get the deagle shot, though. He has to find Pablo as well. Pablo down. What a play there from Malice, and he is going to pick up that round for Ace. Exactly what they needed once again right there, and that's going to be 4-2 here on this first half.
I wish you could have seen the view that I was holding there, because that smoke, the 2 smokes that went off, they were literally sitting on like within 10 feet of each other the whole time, looking in opposite directions. They almost bumped right into each other. Malice with some great pistol play there. That's a confidence booster for him too. This might be the resurgence here. If Ace can come back and pull the next 3 rounds, I think they'll feel pretty good coming on the defense if they can make that happen. Yeah,
just 2 great rounds in a row there for them. Exactly what they need at this point in the game when they're down 2 maps. And they were down 4-0. They've got 2 back in a row here. Let's see if they can keep their little bit of momentum that they've been gaining going here and make it even larger. Ralph inside of Catwalk is trying to get something going. Jaime is going to light up 2 of them and take them down, but Ralph finally falling. Jaime getting a 3rd. Jaime getting 4 there, finally getting shut down by Malice. But, oh my goodness, Jaime just absolutely going off there to demolish Ace on that in that middle area there. So now it is just all up to Malice right now, and he has got a tall order. He's got Mav coming towards him, and he's going to put the bullet right there in the old dome. So 5-2 on this half right now. Instinct still, despite losing 2 rounds in a row, striking right back.
Yeah, you know, if Instinct goes on to win this, I don't know who you can give the MVP of the team to, simply because at any given point in this tournament, somebody has been huge. Right now, it's Mav. At the beginning of the tournament, it was 15. The second half of the group stage, it was Pablo. The beginning of the tournament today, it was Ralph and Jaime. I mean, every single person has produced at extraordinary levels, and you know the commitment that they've had and the belief they've had in their team captain of Ralph when he's calling these strats has just been. I mean, it's just been completely formidable.
Phenomenal, really. And here they go. He's trying to get a push into this B site right now. They have the smokes on the cross as they continue to try to push in here. Flashes galore inside of the site. Jaime's going to get 2 once again, only to be taken down by Rek, but he did a good job of holding. And now Pablo's going to get a frag grenade kill, and Pablo coming from behind, getting 2 of his own, and Ralph there to clean up on Rek, and that is 6-2 right now. If they get this next round, if Instinct does, is it over?
It's over. I mean, that was the dirtiest little play I've ever seen in B. I mean, you had Jaime hiding behind the backside of boxes, and you had Ralph hiding behind the silo boxes on the other side, and they never showed each other where they were until they're in their face. Jaime able to hold off with 2 of those kills right there. Pablo from behind able to get 2, and then Ralph playing sneaky in the back corner, able to finish that off. That's just dirty conservative play on defense. I mean, you can't unrival that at all. That's unmatched.
The positioning and aim of Instinct this whole day has just been off the chain, and especially in this match right now. It's just they're always in the right place at the right time. But right now, 15 has just picked himself up a frag, only to be taken down by Malty here. So it's a 2 versus 4, still a tall order. They have the bomb with themselves right now. Both of them playing together, and it looks like, we'll take a look and see where Instinct is spread out throughout the map here. They have a couple guys in mid, pretty much everybody in mid, actually, some of them on catwalk. So Multi and Malice just playing very slow right now, seeing if they can work a couple picks before they get into the site, at least make it a 2-on-3 before they really try to push anything.
And here they come. Malice is gonna, or Multi's gonna have some people right in front of his face here. He's in a great spot. They're both playing very good spots right now, watching each other's backs on the opposite side, able to rotate and push through. But the only thing that's bad about this is you can shoot through that box. So Multi has to be very careful. That nade, yep, is gonna get him for sure. Now Malice by himself is in trouble. A nice shot there though.
He does get the one there onto Ralph, working in a 1-on-3 in total. Going to wait for somebody. I don't think anybody's going to try to peek out.
Yeah, there's no need to. They know the bomb's down.
Battle. Yeah, there's absolutely no need to. They have a watch on it from the angle that they have, so Malice is going to have to go aggro here and try to get something. Ducks just as Jaime comes, and Jaime will put the bullet in there, and that is 7-2 for Instinct, and things not looking too hot for Ace right now. Just really have themselves in a bit of a hole right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if there's much coming back from it at this point.
It's a tall order right here, I have to say. I mean, not only did they have to make the comeback of the century just to get this tied and to bring it into overtime, but they still have to, I mean, they're down 2 maps.
Yeah.
It's a tall order for Ace right now, and I mean, they look tired. Malice, you could definitely tell, is not the same player he was earlier today. He's not hitting all of his shots.
No.
They're not even able to convert on the maps that they have been picking. So, I mean, this is trouble. I mean, because it's just going to just keep, the further this goes on, the more favorable it gets for Instinct if you're looking at the matchup objectively.
Yeah, it's just getting worse and worse as this time goes on here for Ace, and 15's even going to start off this round here by taking down Rec initially. Not what they need at all. So this is going to be just a few more rounds here is all Instinct needs, and they will be your Crossfire Stars North American champions and will represent this version of the game over in South Korea on the international stage. But first they need to get these few rounds. Let's see how they plan to do that, as right now they are working a bit of A-long right now. Mav and Jaime are working that at the moment, as of course Mav was just playing like an animal right now, having a little bit of fun with each other, I think. Hopefully they don't think it's quite over yet, because it's not, but nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun in the meantime. So Ralph starting it off here. Once again, Ralph and Pablo both picking up a frag right there, and they're just going to push in. Mav getting one as well, and it's all left up to Aaron. They are just dominating at the moment. Pablo coming through, and he's going to say hey to Aaron. And that is now 8-3, 8-2.
That is 8-2.
8-2.
Yeah, and you can kind of feel after that round. I mean, a full 5-turn team sweep. You can feel the collective sigh of Ace Gaming right now. I mean, you can't get down on yourselves. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep to your strengths and hope that you can build some momentum. I mean, the only thing that I'm going to sit here and say, for like realistically, if Ace can come back from this, and the more they keep winning, if they can keep winning, I mean, it's just going to dishearten Instinct. But right now, it doesn't look like that they're up to that task at the moment. The bomb has been planted over by bomb site B, and it's just an absolute slaughter right now for Instinct.
There's a 2-on-2 in this round, but the bomb is down right now. Aaron and Rec are going to have to try to work in and get a little something going. 15's going to get Rec right before that flash pop in his face. Aaron's coming through as well. Can 15 get him? And he will, and that is incredible. One more round.
Yep. It's all it's going to come down to. This is the last, possibly the last round of this incredible 2-day tournament. Instinct, you know, trying to get their stuff together from yesterday, coming out super strong so far today. Everything seems to be figured out for the most part with a few miscues, but I mean, they look, they're a 95% team right now. I mean, they're playing as close to perfect as they could possibly imagine.
Yeah, it's just been absolutely incredible all day from these guys, all tournament. Aaron, though, is going to have something to say about it as he starts this round off by getting 2 frags onto Ralph and Pablo, who are getting aggressive in on that B side. But Mav is going to get 2 of his own, and 15 getting 1, and Mav getting the 3K to finish it off. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Instinct are your Crossfire Stars North American champions. Wow, that was
dominating fashion, too.
Very dominating fashion. These guys did not lose one map.
The entire tournament
went absolutely perfect. This whole tournament lost nothing. Incredible show of Crossfire from Instinct there. And, you know, hats off to Ace for making it to the final. But it's just been, you know, you can't compete against what Instinct brought to the table today.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, They only played those 2 games today, so I think they had a little bit of that recuperation time in their favor. But overall, Instinct had it figured out all the way through this tournament. They had a tough time, in the group stage, and I think that was probably for the best. I mean, I think if they were to have rolled through as easily as Ace had in their group stage, they may not have taken the time to sit back and look at what they were doing from that first day. And they made great adjustments. Their defense was so much more clean and crisp today. It looked like a different team almost.
Oh yeah, entirely. I mean, as you said, just a rough start, but now they really came out and played strong when it counted. And, now they are your champions.
Yeah.
And it's been an awesome day of Crossfire here across the board. I've had a great time bringing all the coverage to all you guys at home and getting to interact with the players and the admins throughout the day and getting to work in this awesome studio. It's been great. What's some of your favorite moments from throughout the day here? It's so many, right?
It's so hard to choose. Obviously the big storyboard here is the fact that Instinct doesn't lose one map. Like we said, a lot of those were contested very closely, but Instinct goes perfect in the national qualifier to head out to South Korea. The $5,000, that's a pretty little penny for those guys taking a grand home each for each player. But the free trip to Korea, you have to imagine that they are going to be practicing ridiculous amounts. They have done just an absolute great job though of, like we said, adjusting, coming back and figuring out where their weakest points are. And if they can keep that momentum and that much self-discipline to look at themselves objectively as far as how they're playing, I think they're going to go into this international competition a very formidable force.
Very, very. And, in past years, the North American scene has been able to compete on that international level against some of the Asian teams and things like that. So there's definitely hope for us North Americans here to have a good showing over here at this Crossfire final. So best of luck to Instinct over at that tournament. Just be sure you guys tune in there and continue to support them throughout their endeavors going over there and competing. And of course, the whole tournament has ended, but that doesn't mean the conversation is done. Of course, we'd still love to hear what you guys have to say about this whole tournament. Later tonight as I'm getting ready for my flight and things like that, I'll be checking it out and interacting with you guys as well. So go ahead and use that hashtag CFS 2014 and still continue. Let us know what you're thinking about all the things that we've seen today. So, that's just going to about do it for us today. You have any
closing thoughts? For the first... The biggest scene that we've seen in Crossfire, I don't think it could have gone any better.
No.
I think that I've had a great time, and the guys here at ESL and the GMs at Crossfire, the guys at Smilegate have done a great job bringing this tournament out to you guys. So as you guys do hit the forums up and stuff, please make sure you give those guys all of your respect and attention that they absolutely deserve, putting on a great production today and yesterday too. Yeah,
these guys have worked tirelessly, keeping things organized. The GMs, ESG, too. Got to give a shout out to those guys for organizing the whole tournament, keeping things in line. Esports Genesis, props to you guys, everybody here in the studio, as you said. And it has been an awesome day. I've had a lot of fun getting to work alongside of Alan as well as Kyle, who's off to the side over here. So, it's been a fun day, guys. I think we're about to go ahead and sign off here from Burbank, California. It's been awesome to bring you guys this coverage. Hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.